boy, Malibu Dan, in the house, in the place to be. Good lordy. Well, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Midweek Freak Treat. Malibu Dan, the Family Man, episode 3, Filthy Poor. Or like...
Filthy Rich.
Filthy Poor. Maybe that's how they mean it. I'm not sure how you're supposed to read that.
Yeah, I think you got it.
Yeah, Malibu Dan, a quote from Malibu Dan himself, Filthy Poor.
Yeah, they really should have called this Get on the Frane Train.
They really should have called this Antonio Sabato Jr. Needs Work.
I think they're just doling out huge paychecks. He had to work like 1 or 2 days for this.
I would say 1 day, maybe. Half day.
Yeah, it's definitely a half-day lunch.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, all under the table, paid in cash. Good for him.
Yeah.
Antonio, well, let's just get into it then. We start off on the Wake Up Malibu TV set where Malibu Dan, the Family Man, and Holiday St. Clair are just sitting there interviewing a dope-arse billionaire played by Antonio Sabato Jr. Not Mexican, he's Italian.
He's Italian, not Mexican.
His family are Italian immigrants, yeah. I know.
Right over my head.
Me too, man. Well, he barely plays it up. He's not even wearing like a little like that like Brahma, that little horn necklace that a lot of Italians wear, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. He didn't have like a flag on him. I guess he talks about Italian food a little bit.
Yeah, that's true. Well, he's constantly eating a can of Chef Boyardee. Every shot, it's a different can.
Great, yeah.
So
they should all be eating one.
That's true, yeah. And then it like changes scene by scene. Like one scene, they're all eating ravioli. Next scene, they're all eating
macaroni and meat.
What was your favorite Chef Boyardee flavor?
Probably the macaroni and meat.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you. Although my family never really bought it. We were a ravioli household, and then sometimes my mom would trick us and buy the cheese ravioli, and the vegetarian ravioli. Like, what is this garbage? Don't act like this is healthier for us.
Did you ever have the microwavable ones?
Yeah, they were all microwavable. You open the can, you dump it in a bowl, you throw it in the microwave. How else are you supposed to make it?
It came in like a microwavable container.
Oh, like the mac and cheese, like the Kraft Dinner little like that kind of stuff.
Kinda. It had this plastic lid and these like steam holes.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. I never had that, but I could see how that would be, good for people on the go.
Oh yeah, definitely. You gotta save time with your Chef Boyardee. That's for sure.
Yeah. That's people like it's like businessmen and like stock traders. Like that's the kind of people that eat that kind of Chef Boyardee. They don't have time to like open a can. They just need to peel a label off, put that lid back on, toss in the microwave for $1.30, and then they're slamming ravioli into their face.
Yeah, mothers-in-law, accountants, hockey trading cards. What are we talking about?
We're talking about all the things that you had as a child.
Oh, yeah, that's for sure. I burned the heck out of my mouth on one of those Chef Boyardee's microwavable discs. I took it to school, and I was just fumbling all over the place. I think I like dropped it, and yeah, it was a mess and a half.
Were you like a real Cosmo Kramer in that moment?
Yeah.
Calling people the N-word like a crazy person.
I only did that once when I burnt my hand. And I was alone.
Yeah. So nobody can prove it or disprove it.
Yeah.
So what's this Malibu Dan the Family Man episode about?
Well, the Frane the Train Calloway is trying to sell his book. And he signs on as a ad man, or he's paying for the episode for
I think he signs
6
on as
weeks or something.
He signs on as a sponsor. Like he's gonna like just pay for the show for 6 weeks to help so they can promote his book and bring on guests to promote his book, which seems like pretty shady. Like seems like something that they would go, no, we don't want to do that.
Yeah, like they have SLITHERACHI on the next episode. They don't have time for anybody to
Please explain to us
that book.
Explain to us in explicit detail who SLITHERACHI is.
Okay, so Slitherachi is what you would not expect at all. It is a snake that can play the piano.
Which they never show, but we're teased about Slitherachi quite a bit on the show, and I would love to watch an entire episode just about Slitherachi's day. Like his day going to wake up Malibu. That would be great.
I could see definitely like a movie about him. I feel like it's a guy that eats good box. Is that
Pure Flakes, hit us up for a sponsorship.
Is that G-rated enough?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. That's totally fine. We said dink a bunch on the last episode. We can say eat box on this episode. That's fine.
Yeah, if you interpret that as something sexual, it's your problem.
Mm-hmm. Maybe we're just communicating what that Chef Boyardee microwave stuff came in, and you just want to eat box.
Box.
You just want to crack that thing open and just slam your face into that box, get all that mushy gushy all over your lips and mustache. That's what you want.
Yeah, you want a Slitherachi.
Yeah. Yeah, put it on Urban Dictionary. Put it on a mug. Slitherachi, eaten box, a.k.a. Chef Boyardee.
As like Holiday ends the episodes and says something about Slitherachi coming to the next episode.
Can't wait for him to eat my
Dan's
box.
like sitting there miming somebody playing the piano, and it doesn't relate to a snake playing the piano at all.
Like, that's the thing. Nobody seems that impressed by Slitherachi, but it's like, that's way more impressive than like a chimpanzee learning to play the piano. They have fingers and thumbs. A snake is just one long finger. That's amazing.
It's a tube.
Exactly. Unless he's hunting and pecking. Unless he can only play like hot cross buns and he just like, in which case, throw him in the ocean. He's garbage. That's useless.
Yeah, let him play pianos in the ocean.
Exactly. Antonio Sabato Jr. is in this episode. You might know him from if you live in Florida and you needed some construction work done over the last 4 years. He was working construction because Hollywood wouldn't hire him, according to an article I read about him, which once I went to his IMDb page, I quickly saw that was a lie, because not only did he make a bunch of movies in the last 4 years, he was on Malibu Down the Family Man in like 2017. So this article is lying.
He's been paid consistently. Like, he's had consistent work over the last years. He's Anthony Sabato Jr. Hey, my wife didn't know who he was, though.
Well, neither did I. In my notes, I have guest star Anthony Sabato Jr., a name I recognize. Not a person. I don't know who he is, but I recognize that name, and a quick internet search taught me everything I needed to know about him.
See, you should be like a politician or a gambler or something, because I believed you. The way that you said his name was such a verb. Mm-hmm. Is that right?
I'm a great liar. That's what they've always said about me.
Yeah, you're a real Slitherachi.
Exactly. All right, 10 more minutes about Slitherachi, and then we'll move on. Do you think he wears like a little tuxedo or something? Do you think he dresses like Liberace or anything like that? Or do you think he's just like a snake that comes out? What kind of a snake is he? A boa? A big one?
He's probably an exact replica of Liberace.
Okay.
In what he wears.
Right, yeah. Not that he loves dudes.
No, he loves box.
So he's not like Liberace. He's the opposite. He's the anti-Liberace. You have Liberace on one end of the scale and Slitherachi on the other end of the scale, and those scales balance perfectly.
And Harry Potter's right in the middle.
Yeah, just telling the Sorting Hat, I don't want to be in Slytherin, and it goes, oh, fine, you can be in Gryffindor then. How's that sound? Don't want to be in the worst house? I'll put you in the best house then, loser. How's that sound? Way to fail up.
Yeah, that Sorting Hat's a real bro.
Yeah, really useless if you ask me. Completely pointless. If you could just tell it where you want to go, then just fill out a form. Save the whole ceremony. You don't need it.
It's a hat that can talk, man. Get some imagination.
I mean, I'd rather see a snake play piano than a hat that can talk. That's all I gotta say.
I believe it's pronounced piani.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. This snake grows peonies. So Anthony Sabato Jr. is in this episode. He plays Frane. Yeah. Frane, who is a billionaire, who his whole thing is like, if you're poor, it's your fault. If you just didn't work hard enough, loser, you're a loser, and you should be poor because that's what you deserve. And Dan's like, yeah, you're right about that. Poor people deserve it.
He's really licking up what Frane's laying down.
Oh yeah,
I forgot his name.
Well, hey, if you forget his name, just remember the 2 episodes. There was a guy named Zane, so it's just easy to keep it all in your mind there. Frane and Zane.
Frane, Zane, Train.
Mm-hmm. More.
More?
Yeah, give me more.
Well, I will give you that this episode was written by Tommy Blaze.
Yeah, our boy, Tommy B. Not written by Zachariah Ty Bryant and Jonathan Taylor. Not yet.
No, not yet.
God, I just want to write 1 episode of this show. I don't know what it'll be yet. Dan smokes weed.
Yeah, but
that's
we don't want to do it on spec.
No, God, no. We want salary. We want a full year salary to write 1 episode.
Please.
Where Dan smokes weed and it changes his life and he's loving it.
Yeah, it changes his wife.
Oof. Does it ever? Speaking of his wife, we find out that Frane, I have to keep looking at my notes because I keep thinking his name is Thane, and that's not it. Frane and Kate, Malibu Down, the Family Man's MILF wife, used to date way back in the day. We find out that, like, Kate comes from money, like, her family's rich, and, like, she's rich, and she's just slumming it with Malibu Dan.
It's slumming it in that huge mansion of a house, and anything she could ever want.
I like that they're going over their expenses, though, and he's like, I feel like I make good money, but, like, at the end of the month, we don't have any money. Where does all our money go? And it's like, your mansion, idiot. Like, look how big your house is. It's huge. It's a castle.
Yeah, and your rooms are so small. What happened?
Yeah, where is the rest of the house? Is there, like, the exterior of the house and the interior of the house don't match in any kind of way. So it's just this crazy bizarro world that we're looking at when they go inside, and it's just, these rooms are tiny. These rooms are like smaller than my apartment that I lived in. It just doesn't make any sense.
I feel like he's got another family snuck in there somewhere.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. With an even hotter wife somehow. No, his other family's filthy poor. That's what his other family. Yeah. They live in the walls. They're rat people.
Yeah, that's what Reloaded is going to be about.
Oh my God. That's true. Hey. Yeah, and then last episode of this show, they go to like renovate, and Kate like smashes a hole in the wall with a sledgehammer because she's into home renovation, and just finds a whole family living in there. That they're like, Daniel, are you here to give us our Chef Boyardee? He's like,
are we reloaded yet?
And they look right into the camera and go, time to reload. You go, what does that mean? Kate holds a gun up and goes, it's time to reload. And you go, I don't like the implications of that, Kate.
I like the implications of that, Kate.
Well, you heard it here first. This is why we're a great team.
Yeah.
You're like Liberace.
Like yin and yang.
Yeah, you're like Liberace. I'm like SLITHERACHI.
In so many ways.
Once Frane finds out that Dan is married to Kate, his first question is, how's she looking these days? Is she still attractive? Which I thought was really funny.
He knows about that piece.
He knows what's up. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very subtle. When we cut back to Dan's house, we get to see another room, their dining room, which we haven't seen yet, which is very exciting.
Do you think we'll get a room per episode or something?
I hope so. Yeah, but do you think we'll ever see the basement? Do you think they have a basement, or is it a slab house? I don't know.
I'm not going to put money on it.
Okay.
I just won't.
I want to see a backyard, though. You know what I'm saying? I want to see Dan's backyard, if you catch my drift.
But we got the kitchen in second episode, and then now we got the dining room, so it's been another room per episode. We'll see if they can stick to it.
I hope they just keep introducing rooms every episode till we're like, wait, where is this room in the house? How does this room connect to the rest of the house? I don't know what this is. This is just a billiards room.
Billiard room. They just have like a solarium. They just have a bunch of small rooms.
Yeah, there's a steam room, there's like a gym, there's an indoor pool in one part of the house. You're like, how does this all connect? No wonder you're so house poor, Dan. Look at your house. It's like the Winchester Mansion.
This is the genius of David A.R. White and his partner.
You tell me what's impossible with God. Nothing. A house that never ends. That's what the love of the Lord is. A house with infinite rooms.
Yeah, that's what this is all about.
Yeah. That's what an episode of this, that's what our episode of the show is going to be called. The House with Infinite Rooms. And they just keep going to rooms. And you don't know where they never end. They just keep opening doors and there's rooms on the other side of them.
Listen, PureFlix, this is a brilliant idea. Give us 6 episodes, $1 million, and we'll do it for free.
Exact. No. Give us $1 million. We'll use all of your sets and everything, and that money will disappear into our pockets.
Well, don't tell them where the money's going, man.
Well, I don't want to lie. I don't want to have to go to church later and confess my sins. I'm telling them right up front, I'm stealing that money.
No, I'm going to steal and lie.
All right, good. As they're in the dining room talking about their expenses, the camera keeps cutting to show Kate, and then it shows Dan. When it shows Dan in the background in the living room, there is a blurry daughter sitting on the couch, and my hat popped off my head and spun around in the air. I was so excited. I was like, we're gonna meet Emily in this episode. That is great. Then we meet her, and it's
God, is that a blurry daughter?
Oh my God, is that blurry face? So we do eventually meet Emily, and my first impression of her was like rage, because she's sitting on she's like reading Frane's book, and she's like got her feet up on the couch, but she's just wearing boots on their white couch. And I'm like, you're an animal, Emily. You're a wild animal.
That is not an appropriate reaction to the introduction of Emily.
It was, because she's a wild animal. Get your boots off the couch. What's the matter with you? Are you insane? Why are you wearing boots in the house to begin? Well, it's America. People do crazy stuff like that.
Yeah, do you see how they sleep at the very end of this episode? They're insane. But also, this might end the podcast.
Can't wait till we get to that. Yeah, go on.
I'd put my boots on a couch. I don't give a crap. I'm loco.
This is going to end the podcast. That's a real Liberace move. I just want you to know that.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, okay. All right. Frane invites everybody out to the yacht club the next day for lunch, and Dan is like, we're not going to the frickin' yacht club. I don't want my hot wife to go and just get totally swooned by Antonio Sabato Jr., former soap star Antonio Sabato Jr., because like, he's going to do it. We find out he owns the yacht club. That's awesome. Yeah. That's that's huge energy, dude. That's crazy. My yacht was parked out front, and I decided I should just own the yacht club. Whoa, cool.
Yeah, that's big dink energy, and he throws it around.
Oh, yeah. He puts it on the table at one point. Everyone's like, get those breadsticks off the table. He's like, that's my big dink. I go, whoa.
But Dan doesn't want to go because they got to pick up Moich.
Oh, yeah, he doesn't know what mulch is. The classic Dan gaff. Whoa, honey, we got to go get the Moich. He goes, honey, we're not going to get a Moich. I don't know what that is.
But Kate finds out about the lunch because they get a call, and so they're going to the yacht club.
Yeah.
Mommy's going to the yacht club.
She picks out her worst hat and her best dress, and they go to the yacht club.
I wanted to see more of that dress.
I mean, Dan certainly didn't seem to like it. He was like, that's a nice dress you're wearing. Where's the rest of it? She's like, I'm your wife. Don't talk to me like that. Well, so
classic neg.
Oh yeah, exactly. He was trying to demonstrate higher value, a DHV, by negging his wife in front of all of his friends by being like, I don't like that dress. It's too revealing. She's like, it's just a sleeveless dress. What are you talking about? The hat she's wearing is awful. It's like one of those big floppy sun hats, and except it's like white and black striped, and it just, don't wear it inside. Take it off. You're at lunch. You're just going to wear it you're the only one wearing a hat, and you're wearing a stupid hat on top of that. You're sticking out like a sore thumb.
Well, they had to go to SLITHERACHI's funeral right after, so.
Oh no, was that really the end of SLITHERACHI? Oh.
Yeah, he dead.
Like he tried
and
to...
only Kate knew.
Well, exactly.
And got invited.
Well, she killed him. She used to date SLITHERACHI. That's the thing we find out later, is that her and SLITHERACHI used to date as well, and then that's why when he was coming on the show, Dan was like, we have to kill this snake. So then the snake tried to slither up into the open piano top, and he closed the piano top on it and cut his head off.
Yeah, that's the B plot that they cut out of this episode, just for time.
Yeah. Dan runs into the yacht club with snake blood all over his hands. I'm sorry you're late. Don't ask questions where I was.
I didn't murder Slitherachi.
What else?
How about the caviar joke?
Oh man. Oh.
We are getting into this show.
Oh yeah.
We love it.
We love Malibu Down the Family, man. Legitimately, I love this show. It's so much fun to watch. I have a great time. I don't laugh, but I love watching it.
You have people laughing for you, number one, but it's such a fun show. It's the highlight of my week.
Mm-hmm. The meal that Antonio Sabato Jr. suggests Kate get is Kobe beef smothered in caviar, lobster, truffles, Gruyere cheese, and a champagne barbecue sauce. And I went, that sounds gross. That doesn't sound good at all, actually.
Yeah, put a salad in there, and the more you eat caviar, the more it starts to taste like fish eggs.
Dan's got some zingers in this episode. That one made me laugh. Antonio Sabato Jr. talking about how poor he was when he was a kid, and Dan being like, you thought you were poor. When I was in school, I couldn't even pay attention. That was really good. I high-fived myself when he said that, and then I rewound it to write it down, and I high-fived myself again.
Yeah. That's how we watched the show.
Mm-hmm. Slowly.
And then Arlen and Dan get into it in the lobby. They can't find each other on their phones.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, which is bad. That's some bad physical comedy.
Such a bad gag.
It's not good because there's a little plant on the table. Dan takes a phone call, and then Arlen's on a cell phone, and there's a plant in the middle of the table, and they're walking around the plant acting like they can't see each other. But I can see him through the plant, and I'm just the viewer. You're standing next to the plant, Dan. You can see him.
Makes my favorite blooper, though.
Oh, where Dan is mean to Arlen.
Yeah.
And he's like, we're just doing it again, Arlen. And he goes, okay, that's fine.
The plane's going, let's just get her done.
And then one of them flubs a line, and Dan's just like, well, I guess that's it then. It's like, why is this in here? This isn't a blooper. This is mean. This is a bad moment.
I feel like the editors just put that in there to make him look like a dick. That's the only explanation. And he never watches these, so they get away with it.
Well, he's going to hear about it on this episode and have to go back and be like, wait a minute, they did make me look like a total dinkhead. Oh my gosh.
Oh no!
It's like,
I'm gonna cry.
It's like watching the bloopers for a Frank D'Angelo movie, where instead of funny things happening, he just yells at the people on in the movie, and it's just like, "What are you doing?" And it's like, this isn't a blooper. There's nothing funny. You're just being mean to Daniel Baldwin. Why are you doing that? Leave him alone. Robert Loggia is here. His mind is rotten. Just leave him alone.
It's the ultimate editor's revenge, I guess.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
He probably doesn't even know bloopers are a part of the Malibu Dan episodes.
Right? And then
the Family Man.
There's a whole other thing you can watch on PureFlix just of bloopers from Malibu Down the Family Man. Why would I do that? I see them every episode. Is there more? Did they put all the bad bloopers in the show, and there's going to be a bunch of good bloopers in this blooper reel? I don't. What are these bloopers going to be? Just him yelling at Arlen?
You got to sling tent as much as you can.
That's a good point. Yeah. Where are we at here? Arlen tells him, though, first he says, a man's insecurities will tell him lies, and if he's weak, he will believe those lies. And I went, damn, Arlen, that's good advice, actually. That's pretty good. I don't hate that.
Yeah. I wrote that down too as good advice. That's something a person should probably hear in these moments.
Yeah, don't be a coward. Trust your wife. We'll find out why she picked Dan coming up here in the bedroom scene that we were just talking about.
Yeah.
Malibu Dan. No. So
gotcha.
Listener. You thought the episode was broken, but we still got like 5 minutes left. God, we got lots of time.
We still got a whole 5 minutes.
We soared through. This was an easy one. That's how much we loved it. We had so much time to talk about SLITHERACHI, and we still got through the episode. It's amazing.
This has been really good.
Yeah, this is our best Malibu Dan. This is our best midweek freak treat yet, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh God, where are we now? Oh yeah, right. Bedroom scene. The scene where go ahead.
Oh well, you know it's the end of the episode, which is a real fun moment.
Yeah.
But they're in bed. They're slumming down for the end of the night.
Yeah, they're taking their like big chunky platform sandals off before they get into bed.
Yeah.
Kate's house shoes are insane in that scene. They're ridiculous. They're like big cork-soled shoes that are just, why are you wearing these around the house? They don't look comfortable or stable.
Man, you got a feet thing.
Yeah, maybe just Kate and Dan. That's fine.
That's. I mean, I don't want to kink shame or anything.
Yeah, you better not, man. You better watch yourself, or I'm coming for your feet next.
Well, you don't know where I live, so...
That's not true. I've been to your house several times. I was at your wedding, which was in your backyard. I know exactly where you live.
I know it's the yoke.
All right. So, they're in bed. Everybody's looking good.
They're getting it.
Yeah, yeah. Then they're interrupted by stupid Emily, who's like, Mom, there's dirt all over the couch. And she's like, yeah, I know. Somebody had their filthy old boots on the couch earlier.
Yeah, I thought it was a real weird tone shift when Kate just lays into Emily above the couch.
Yeah, she screams at her, and you're like, whoa, before you were literally laughing 2 seconds ago about how Frane's name was actually Fran, and he added an E to the end of it to sound more posh. And then now you're screaming at your daughter and calling her a little pig.
Yeah, the audience is totally on your side. Dan was just treating you like a piece of crap. And then you just, like, ream Emily out for the littlest thing.
Yeah. Like you grab her by the ear and you're like, come here. It's just that it was too aggressive, Kate. Cool it down. Maybe. Yeah. Is that what it's Hey, audience, if we just started making up what every episode of the show is about, would you even know the difference? Would you, if we just made up and just talked mad garbage about the show, you wouldn't even know. You would have no idea.
I'd say even if we got 1,000 listeners, maybe one would have watched the episode, because Pure Flicks.
Well, David A.R. White's a listener, so what up, Davey?
Yeah.
Put us on the show. Week. Yeah, we want to be producers. Dan apologizes for letting his insecurities ruin the day. We find out, though, that Kate and Fran, a.k.a. Frane, didn't work out because all he cared about was money, and she wanted a man that served God. You go, boom.
And herself.
And herself, of course. Yeah. And me. And you go, that's it.
I was really wondering if they were going to shoehorn God into this episode, and I thought they were going to let it go, but I wanted a husband that served God. Perfect line.
Yeah, shoehorned in. Not unnecessary at all. Sorry, I just ate a bunch of shepherd's pie. I've got the meat burps. So
whenever you start like a food item that starts with SH, you think it's going to be ship.
That's right. Yeah, I just ate a big bowl of ship. I hope you don't mind.
Clean.
And then the insane ending to this episode. Okay, so there's a moment where they both look at each other and you think these two are going to frick with the lights on. Like there is like some real sexual tension between them for a second. And then they just kind of go, well, good night. And you're like, oh, come on. So they turn off the lights, they pull the sheets down, and then just lay on top of the sheets like insane people.
Yeah, I put down, are these people aliens? Because they get rid of the covers to like lie upon them just with their heads up. Like it's
the sheets are pulled down to like their knees. And so like, but they're completely out of the sheet. So the sheets is like bundled up under their knees to give them some support. And then they're just laying on top of the sheets. Like, I get it's Malibu and it's probably warm there, but Dan has air conditioning in his place. Oh my God, we're at 30 minutes. Oh my God. We didn't even get to the last part of the episode where he goes, I'm thinking of changing my name to Dane, from Dan to Dane. And then I went, Dane Cook. And then that's how it ended.
Yeah, well, listeners from Malibu, get back to us. Let us know if this is like a sleeping over the covers thing that you guys do.
Listeners from Malibu, get bent and tell us if you fall asleep listening to The Killers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get tricked.
I love you.
I love you.
We love you.
Malibu Dane. I love it.
Never change, show.